2016 election. It was already high enough this week as parties paired off over why it took so long for the president to fire former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Now Democrats will renew their calls for a special prosecutor, and they've already been joined by Republican John McCain. The argument is that only someone free to investigate without being fired, or the fear of being fired, can do the job.
The GOP-led state Senate has provided its spending blueprint for the next 2 years. It is one that prioritizes education spending and tax cuts. State Senate leader Phil Berger says he believes the plan was the right mix.
Overall, this balanced budget spends $22.9 billion. It increases spending by 2.5% over last year's adopted budget and 3.75% over last year's actual spending.
North Carolina lawmakers will consider a measure to end a practice that automatically prosecutes 16 and 17-year-olds for crimes as adults. The Raise the Age legislation is up for debate today in a House Judiciary Committee. Officials in Washington state say they detected no release of radiation after an underground tunnel containing radioactive waste collapsed at the Hanford Nuclear Reservation. There were no injuries, but workers were forced to shelter in place. April May lives in Richland, Washington. She says this is alarming.
It's always something in the back of your mind. I mean, it is really close to where we live, so we do need to know as quickly as possible and what we can do to prepare.
You're listening to NCN News.
Get ready for a totally new type of museum experience at the North Carolina Museum of History's groundbreaking new exhibit, North Carolina and World War I. Wind your way through a life-size trench system with 8-foot walls, a reproduction field hospital, floor-to-ceiling murals, historic film footage and interactive video, plus over 500 artifacts on display. Don't miss your chance to step into the shoes of a Tar Heel soldier from 100 years ago. It's free and now open at the North Carolina Museum of History in downtown Raleigh.
Sometimes the simplest things can make the biggest difference. An extra pair of hands, a smile, or a shoulder. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we feel the same about home and auto coverage, affordable rates, trusted service, and local agents. After all, making one simple difference in your life helps you make a big difference in another's. Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Credit Suisse is adding 1,200 jobs to the Triangle over the next few years. The company will invest $70.5 million in its expansion. Governor Roy Cooper says it will help his goal of making North Carolina richer, healthier, and better.
This action will create over $100 million per year in salary for North Carolina that they're going to be spending in your businesses, which is a good thing.
Nearly one-third of new prescription medicines that were approved by U.S. regulators have produced unexpected and sometimes serious side effects that required new warning labels.
The research covered the 222 prescription drugs approved by the Food and Drug Administration from 2001 through 2010. 71 medicines were flagged for new issues, including top sellers for depression, arthritis, infections, and blood clots. The study's lead author, Dr. Joseph Ross at Yale University, says he's surprised there were so many problems reported. One drug safety expert questions if products are being approved too soon, but also praised the FDA for continued monitoring. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Seattle's mayor drops out of his re-election bid.
I'm withdrawing as a candidate for mayor.
Seattle Mayor Ed Murray says he can't continue his campaign because of what he says are untrue allegations of sexual abuse leveled against him by 4 men.
The scandal surrounding them and me is hurting this city.
Murray continues to deny the allegations that first emerged last month when a man filed suit claiming he paid him for sex in the 1980s. 3 other men also came forward with similar allegations, including one who was in jail on drug charges. I'm Tim McGuire.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Friends don't let friends tune to any other radio station. Good friends recommend AM 59. Shouldn't you be a good friend?
ABC News. I'm
I'm Karen Travers at the White House, where President Trump's only scheduled meeting today is a sit-down behind closed doors with Russia's foreign minister, the highest-ranking Russian official the president's met so far in office. The meeting comes as the controversy continues over his firing of FBI Director James Comey. The president's only comment so far about Comey, a tweet where he mocks the Democratic Minority Leader Chuck Schumer for his reaction to Comey's firing. Comey got the news when he was across the country in California. ABC's Alex Stone is in Los Angeles.
Comey apparently had no idea the firing was coming. An FBI official telling me Comey was addressing federal agents at the FBI office here in L.A. when he found out by seeing it on TV. Comey was surprised, I'm told. He was scheduled to keynote an FBI recruiting event in the evening here in L.A., but instead he got on a jet and flew out.
This is Brad Milkey. Congressional Democrats are openly asking whether President Trump is trying to sabotage the investigation into his aide's Russia ties. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has asked all Democrats to be on the floor first thing this morning to hear what, if anything, Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has to say about it. Meanwhile, in the House, Democrats have asked the Justice Department and FBI to secure all the investigation documents and keep them off limits to the Attorney General and the White House. Now with more news, here's ABC's Sherry Preston.
The White House says its rationale for the firing was Comey's handling of the Hillary Clinton emails. Deputy Press Secretary Sarah Sanders.
Comey had lost the confidence across the board from House members, from Senate members, from rank and file members of the FBI and the American public. When you have that happen, you can't serve in that capacity.
Others, however, aren't buying the White House claims.
The president only 24 hours ago called the investigation itself a charade. Yet the president is claiming he's doing it on behalf of Hillary Clinton. Something here is not right.
Former Clinton campaign manager Robbie Mook. You're listening to ABC News.
Prices are for base buildings only, do not include windows, doors, or accessories. The economic recovery we've all been waiting for is finally here. Stocks are soaring, and construction spending across America has been on the rise. If you've been waiting to build, the time is now. Whether you want to expand your business or you want to build a new garage, call General Steel today at 888-98 Steel. Our metal building kits bolt together quickly and are custom designed for your needs. For example, a 40x60 is a great space for an auto shop, RV and camper storage, or 3-car garage. And if you call General Steel today, it's on sale now for under $25,000. Or imagine a 50x100 clear span building for under $40,000. Suitable for the booming warehousing industry, manufacturing facilities, or a church sanctuary. That's 5,000 square feet for $8 or less per foot. Call 888-98 Steel. 888-98 Steel. With construction in high demand, this special pricing won't last long. Call to lock your building price today. Call 888-98 Steel. That's 888-987-8335.
Healthcare headaches continue for some House Republicans who supported the repeal and replacement of Obamacare. Congressman Dave Bratt of Virginia, a member of the Conservative Freedom Caucus, facing a large crowd of angry constituents at a town hall near Richmond last night. This woman asking about the Congressional Budget Office review of how much the bill would cost and how many will lose insurance if it passes.
Being an economist, how could you vote on AHCA without a CBO score?
Congressman Bratt says the bill is the same as the old bill with several small amendments.
You can read them in 5 seconds. They all move things in a favorable direction to people in this room, and they have an insignificant impact on the first CBO score.
The first CBO score said that about 24 million Americans would lose coverage under the American Health Care Act. South Korea's new president says he's open to visiting North Korea under the right conditions. Moon Jae-in's softer stance on Pyongyang could lead to tension with the U.S., the Trump administration taking a harder stance on North Korea's nuclear program. A court in Florida has confirmed to ABC that a temporary restraining order has been issued against the Spirit Airlines Pilots Union to stop the work slowdown that has resulted in hundreds of flights being canceled. Chaos broke out on Monday night at the airport in Fort Lauderdale after 9 flights were canceled. People were stranded. This is ABC News.
My son had been injured and he was prescribed pain opiates. No one ever told us how highly addictive these drugs were. My reaction was shock. My son didn't get so deep into the dark, scary woods overnight, and it's no straight line coming back. For parents out there who don't have hope, I realize there's a lot of families that are torn apart, but families can heal. Young people can get better.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
You know, Oakland Feed and Seed, Oakland Road in Spindale, has been part of the family for years. Your granddad, your dad, and now this generation is depending on the great inventory, excellent service, and better pricing. Listen to some of these items we need probably right about now. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 a bag. Dog food, fire and ant killer in spray and granular. Flea and tick prevention. Carpenter bee traps, weed killer, and so much more. Go see Scott and his team today at 770 Oakland Road, Spindale, and keep the family tradition going.
A frontal system straddling the area will lift toward the north and east today, and as a result, temperatures will be noticeably warmer everywhere, and there is the chance we'll see a couple of thunderstorms popping up later this afternoon. Our forecast for today, partly sunny and much warmer. High temperatures will be mostly in the 80s, and there is a chance of an isolated strong storm or two later this afternoon or tonight. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the low to mid-60s, partly sunny with afternoon storms Thursday and highs in the 80s. I'm Greg Fischel in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Greg. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Hump Day, wonderful Wednesday. It's the 10th day of May. It's 6 minutes after 7. Beautiful, beautiful morning to wake up to. Had a big full moon out there this morning. Right now it's 59 degrees, working our way toward 86 with no rain in the forecast today. Looking toward the weekend, Mother's Day weekend on Saturday, partly cloudy with some scattered showers possible. Highs around 72 and a 40% chance of rain on Saturday afternoon, 20% night. And then on Sunday, Mother's Day, mostly sunny. Highs around 77, no rain in the forecast, and light wind only on Sunday. Then Monday, mostly sunny, highs around 79. And again, right now, it's beautiful. It's another great getting up morning here in the foothills, and 59 degrees. And welcome to the second hour of the morning wake-up call here on AM 590, and we're on Northland Cable Channel 5 and streaming that signal on the World Wide Web at www.wcab59.com. Now I have these death announcements. Ethel Robbins, age 89, died at her home on Sunday. The funeral service will be conducted at 4 o'clock Thursday at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel with Reverend Lanny Funches officiating. Burial will follow in Mount Pleasant Baptist Church Cemetery in Forest City. The family will receive friends from 6 until 8 o'clock this evening at Harrelson Funeral Home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service has been entrusted with the arrangements for Ethel Robbins. Edith Frances Bennett Elliott, age 89 of Forest City, died Monday at Brookdale Senior Living Solutions in Forest City. The family will receive friends from 6 until 8 this evening at McMahon's Funeral Home. The service will be at Lebanon United Methodist Church, Mill Spring, at 11 o'clock on Thursday, with Reverend Ned Owens and Reverend Lance McDaniel officiating. The body will lie in state 30 minutes prior to the service at the church, and burial will be at Lebanon United Methodist Church Cemetery. McMahon's Funeral Home and Cremation Service in charge of the arrangements for Edith Frances Bennett Elliott. Mr. Scott Crawford, age 46 of Nevada Street, passed away Sunday at Rutherford Regional Medical Center. A memorial service will be held 6 p.m. Thursday at Spencer Baptist Church with Reverend Bruce Caldwell officiating. Family will receive friends following the service. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Scott Crawford. Nancy Shanklin Stroud, age 86 of Rutherfordton, died Friday at Care Partners Hospice in Asheville. The memorial service will be held 11 o'clock Friday in the Rutherfordton Presbyterian Church with Reverend Dr. Donald Schofield officiating. Burial will be private for the family in the church urn garden. Visitation will be from 6 until 8 o'clock Thursday evening at the Paget and King Mortuary. Paget and King Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Nancy Shanklin Stroud. Martha Cole Griswold Whitener, age 95 of Rutherfordton, died Thursday at Willow Ridge Rehabilitation and Living Center. The family will receive friends from 5 until 7 p.m. Friday at McMahon's Funeral Home. The funeral service will be at West Memorial Baptist Church at 2 o'clock on Saturday, with Reverend Charlie Melton and Reverend Alan Bean officiating. The body will lie in state 30 minutes prior to the service at the church, and burial will be at West Memorial Baptist Church Cemetery. Mike Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Martha Cole Griswold Whitener. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. You can get the complete information on these and others this morning at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report right here on the Most Information, WCAB.
On April 13th, the Pentagon used a new weapon against ISIS terrorists in Afghanistan. The official name is the GBU-43 Massive Ordnance Air Blast. Moab, a nickname widely used in military circles, is mother of all bombs. And it's a mother, all right, the most powerful bomb we have short of a nuke. It leaves a crater 300 feet wide. Within milliseconds of the initial blast, all oxygen is forced out of tunnels for hundreds of feet around. The unlucky targets have the air sucked out of their lungs, which then implode. A fireball incinerates and vaporizes anything in the vicinity. Pope Francis heard about this thing, and he's not happy. He's not happy that it's called the mother of all bombs. Speaking to a group of students in Milan, Il Papa said, "I was ashamed when I heard the name. A mother gives life, except at Planned Parenthood, and this one gives death. And we call this device a mother? What's happening? What does Planned Parenthood call them, Pope?" These ISIS terrorists are a vicious bunch, Pope, especially the people they consider infidels, which would include you. I mean, they take delight in murdering Christians as sadistically as possible. Beheadings are the least of it. Compared to what they do, this bomb is gentle. You never know what happened to you. Whoever told the Pope about the mother of all bombs, please don't tell him about some of the other things that the word mother's associated with, like the mother of all walls, around the Vatican, mothers at Planned Parenthood. They don't exist.
Okay, everyone, Mother's Day is this Sunday. Do you know what you're getting for your mom? If you're looking for the perfect gift, Mom will love an unforgettable gift from Sherry's Berries. Right now, you can get their famous freshly dipped gourmet berries starting at $19.99 plus shipping. Just go to berries.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and enter special code 0800. That's berries.com, special code 0800. You have never seen dipped berries like these. They're huge, sweet, juicy, and covered in decadent toppings like chocolate chips and chopped nuts. And right now, they're starting at $19.99. That's amazing. Plus, you can pick your delivery date, and the berries are guaranteed to arrive fresh, delicious, and beautifully packaged or your money back. My mom is going to be super excited when she gets her Sherry's Berries, and I know your mom will be too. Order now because Mother's Day is this Sunday, and this incredible deal ends this Friday. The only way to get this amazing offer is to go to berries.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and enter special code 0800. That's berries.com, special code 0800.
All you ever need in news, weather, sports, and the best blend of the oldies is right here on the mighty 590 WCAB.
For our troops and their families, the military is more than a career. It's a journey, and every step along the way, the USO is there.
It's an experience that soldier will never forget. That's what the USO does.
From the time they join to the time they transition out of the military, the USO is there, offering programs and support along the way.
It's way more than a free phone call for us. It's that opportunity to stay mom, and the USO makes it all possible.
Be a part of their journey. Learn more today at USO.org.
It's a for sure thing. Sisk Family Ford in Forest City is earning a quality reputation for offering an attractive inventory of new and used cars and trucks. If you want a new Ford truck, you'll be a smart shopper to let Sisk Family Ford quote you a deal. From a car for the newlywed to the car for the large family, let the Sisk Family Company help your family get the best deal. Stop by and welcome Terry Date back to Forest City. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
I told my friend about Olmsted Plumbing, and boy, was she happy.
What did she have to say?
I told her to call 245-7302, and they would get right out there.
And did she say she would
I told her to ask around. Homeowners, builders, and everybody likes Olmsted. Eric and Chad Olmsted and their team understand the homeowners' needs, and I like that.
They have an inventory of replacement parts and specialized equipment and tools for any job.
I told her that, too.
What was that number again?
245-7302. That's 245.
Yeah, I got it. 245-7302. Olmsted Plumbing.
Isaac Parker was raised with stern moral principles. He had been a prosecuting lawyer, circuit judge, and U.S. congressman when the government was looking for a federal judge to reside over the lawless and corrupt Indian Territory. Even though he had been appointed to another less challenging federal judgeship, he volunteered for the Indian Territory. To bring in criminals, he appointed 200 deputies. Their only pay was the reward on the head of the criminals they brought in. Now, Judge Parker's situation was unique in that for the first 14 years, there was no appeal for his pronouncements, and he made them. Within the first 8 weeks, he had tried 91 defendants. Of these, 18 were charged with murder, and 15 of these convicted. 8 received life sentences, 1 was killed trying to escape, and on September morning 1875, the remaining 6 were hanged en masse before a crowd of 5,000 on a 20-foot-long gallows capable of holding a dozen men. A few months later, another 5 men were hanged at one time. It didn't take long for Isaac Parker to be known as the Hanging Judge. For 6 days a week from 7 o'clock in the morning until late at night, Isaac Parker worked at hearing cases. During his 21 years in Fort Smith as a federal judge, Hanging Judge Parker passed the death sentence on 162 people, of whom 80 were actually hanged. When Judge Parker died in 1896, one person who worked in his court said, "Our beloved judge is dead." A prisoner in the Fort Smith jail said, "Is he dead? Whoopee!" You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Time now to go to the phones and find out what's been going on in the past 24 hours. And we always stop first at the Sheriff's Department. And Deputy Chapman is on the phone with me right now to get us updated. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Jim. How are you?
Doing good. Feeling pretty good for this Wednesday. What's on the report over there?
Well, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 155 calls, made 8 arrests, and currently have 210 incarcerated in the county jail. By way of arrest reports, we've got a Craig Raymond Swink of Goose Creek Church Road in Morrisboro, charged with 8 counts of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, so he was held under a $5,000 secured bond. A Dylan Zachary Jones of Walker Mill Road in Boston, charged with 1 count of failure to appear on a felony, placed under a $25,000 secured bond. A Ronald Brandon Green, Leonard Lane in Ellenboro, was charged with 1 count of failure to work after paid. Looks like that was going to be a criminal summons. A Angelina Nicole Harden, Tom Kemp Road in Rutherford, charged 1 count of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, placed under a $400 secured bond. Roy Stephen Buff, Jerry Road in Forest City, charged 1 count aggravated assault, 1 count failure to appear on a misdemeanor, 1 count failure to appear on a felony. So he was placed under an $85,000 secured bond. And Robert Phillip Henson, charged with 1 count failure to appear on a misdemeanor, given a $500 secured bond. On our incident reports, we've got a Corey James Smith of Aqua Drive reported incidents of second-degree trespass, B&E of a motor vehicle, and damage to personal property. Kathy Diane Baheeler, Jerry Road, reported incidents of damage to personal property. Connie Shiles of Oak Grove Church Road in Ellenboro reported instances of injury to personal property. Heather Lynn Roche of Rock Road in Roaston reported instances of damage to personal property. Tamara Green, Webb Church Road, reported instances of assault inflicting serious injury. Joel Henry Osting, Carla Lane, reported instances of larceny of mail. Jesse Jackson Staley of C.C. Holt Road, reported instances of misdemeanor larceny. And And that's all we got this morning, Jim.
Deputy Chairman, thank you so much for that report, and be safe out there today.
All righty. You do the same, Jim. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. And that's the report there from the Sheriff's Department. The Astros beat the Braves last night 8-3. Now the Braves will be playing this afternoon, and we'll join that game following Rush Limbaugh show at 12. They'll be playing probably up until about 5.
Health insurance is complicated, and with healthcare reform on the way, it's not getting any simpler. If you've got questions, we've got agents. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent can walk you through the changes and offer you the right healthcare plan with the right benefits for you. Healthcare may be changing, but our superior service isn't. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Now, Lindsay has a report from 911 Communications Center. Lindsay, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report?
In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 510 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 47 EMS, 19 rescue under law enforcement, 155 Sheriff's Office, 110 Forest City, 12 Lake Lure, 25 Rutherfordton, 81 Spindale. Under fire calls, Forest City had an industrial fire alarm, and that is all.
Thanks, Lindsay. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You know, I'm happy to have a company like Miracle Ear as part of our family of advertisers here on the morning show. Miracle Ear's got a worldwide reputation. It's an American-made product. And they've got a great lady who runs the office right here locally. Lisa Terry is helping a lot of your friends with their hearing and helping a lot of my friends. If you're noticing symptoms from someone you love, it may be time to turn to Miracle Ear. Lisa is a licensed hearing instrument specialist, and she loves what she does. She loves her patients, and the patients love her. She has a real desire to help you if you think you might have a hearing loss. You may not need an instrument, but if you don't, you never will be forced into one. If you don't need it, you don't need to buy one. Call Lisa and let her do a free hearing test and see what's best for you. If you do feel like you need a hearing instrument, they make them so small anymore you hardly know they're there. But boy, can you make a difference in your hearing. Miracle Ear. Call Lisa today at 447-7716 or 368-4126. You can find out about that miracle. And Ruby Taylor is our next reporter. She's in Danieltown with the SDO Fire District area. Ruby, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on the report from the SDO?
Well, the fire department didn't have any calls. And on my birthday calendar, I've got Debbie Toms, Arthur Rollins, Mandy Mosley, and Reverend Chris Fox having birthdays, and hope these people have a nice day. Then Mr. and Ms. Faye Morris have an anniversary, and hope they have a nice day. The signs are in the secrets today and going to the thighs tomorrow, and that's all I've got, Jim.
Ruby, I appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
Farmer's Friend Feed Seed and Supply right across the road here is continuing to offer you what you need at better prices. Listen, for instance, Joy Maintenance Dog Food at $24.50 for a 50-pound bag. Joy High Energy Dog Food. Your dog got a lot of energy. This may be what you need. $25 for a 49 to 50 pound, $25.49 for a 50-pound bag. Joy Special Meal Dog Food at $25.49 for a 50-pound bag. And they have fertilizer, plenty of that. Call for special ton pricing. If you need a lot of fertilizer, they got some special pricing for the tonnage. They have plants in stock for Mother's Day, lots of new and used farm equipment. Decorative gates, locally made, any size, any shape, many styles. They've got one on display. Hanging baskets in stock. Check with Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply for things that you need for your pets, your animals, your farm, your garden, your house, your mother coming up with some beautiful flowers. Farmer's Friend. Open 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 2 on Saturday. If you want to call them, that's 287-3272. And Steve is up next. He's up in Rumbling Bald, overlooking beautiful Lake Lure this morning. Steve, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Jim. It's a beautiful morning. Sun's out. Just a few clouds in the sky. Sun's beaming through the trees over here, and everything looks bright and pretty.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Oh, I'll take it. 57 degrees right now, and it's the middle of the week, so it's not too bad. It's not Monday or Tuesday anymore, so yes, sir. I'm not working Friday, so I'll take that and run with it.
So you got just about got your weekend to come here then.
Shoot, yeah, man. It's been relatively quiet. I do have an announcement to make for the Bills Creek Fire Department. They're doing a spring fundraiser. It's a very popular event they have every year. It's the bake and plant sale, and it's a silent auction. And it's right there at Bills Creek Road and Buffalo Creek Road at their fire department. And they're serving breakfast, sausage biscuits, and more. And at lunch, you're going to be serving barbecue sandwiches, and they do know how to do barbecue. I promise you. So it'll be this Saturday at 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. So, and there's some other events I'll announce tomorrow that's going on Saturday as well. It's going to be Friday. I think it's going to be the bad day, so Saturday should be bright and pretty for us, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be.
Yeah, so it's a good day to get out there, and there'll be a lot of yard sales and bake sales and a lot of goodies out there for people to grab onto at good rates. So there's a lot of folks that do those tours that go around to the garage sales and the bake sales. A lot of folks do that as a hobby and get great deals.
Sure.
So
yeah, there's a routine for every weekend. They look for yard sales.
Absolutely, it's more popular than you might think it is. But here we're just going normal, and our tours are the boat tours. A lot of the entrepreneurs that live here take folks out on fishing expeditions, and there's a few down there right now. And they're catching a lot of fish down there. So
are they really?
Yeah, you know what? I keep telling them to stop by on their way out and show me the string so I could take a picture. But
they may just be having a fish story there. Maybe they're not really catching them.
I know. No, they do show me the pictures. They do show me the pictures, but I'd like to take my own pictures to promote. But it's all good.
Yeah. All righty. Well, you enjoy your Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Jim. See you.
Thanks, Steve. And we're being kind today to Bookie Morrow, Forest City. He's retired. They tell me his birthday's on the 13th, coming up on the Saturday, so we're being kind to him today. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. You know what I like to do sometimes when I had a busy day, full day, and know how I get home kind of late, face had a busy day, and get home kind of late. We'll have to call over to Gregory's Original, get one of those big shelf salad, large shelf salads, take it home and split it. And it's enough, more than enough for both of us to have that one shelf salad, and it's just very, very good. A lot of good vegetables in there. We enjoy that for a meal a lot of nights after we've had a busy day. Maybe you want to try that. 287-2171, 287-2171. If you like salads, they load them down, those chef salads. They really load them down, so try that. If you want to get over by there for lunch, you can't go wrong with a trip to Gregory's Original. They're in the Park Lane Plaza in Rutherfordton, right across the parking lot from Ace Equipment. And we're up to Hudlow now. Hudlow Fire District. Bob Hodge is on the phone. Bob, good morning to you.
Well, good hump day morning up here.
Boy, it is, isn't it?
Middle of the week already. But looks like it's going to be a nice warm day up here today. That sun's are coming up through the treetops this morning over here, and looks like it's going to get up in the mid-80s today, so that's going to be pretty warm there.
Another sweating day today, I believe.
Yeah. But don't look like there's too much rain in sight for the next couple of days, so it's going to be nice. And Jim, up here with the fire department, we answered a medical call and a tree down the road. That's about it with the fire department. Things are running along pretty good up here. Maybe it'll stay that way all day today. And I hope you have a good day over there. And
Well,
I guess I'll be talking to you in the morning.
I'm going to work on having a good day, and I hope you and Imogene have a great day as well. Spend some time together and enjoy the beauty of the day.
Well, we'll try to do that, and I hope you all do too.
Thanks, Bob. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.
That's Bob Hodge reporting this morning. Nice and quiet over there. It's 30 minutes after 7. The Rutherford Police Department is seeking the public's help with identifying a vehicle. The vehicle is a 2-ton truck pulling an enclosed trailer. The driver is wanted for questioning and breaking and entering to a motor vehicle and larceny of a firearm at Rutherford Regional Hospital. Anyone with any information or see a vehicle pulling a trailer identifying, contact Sergeant Brian Martin with the Rutherford Police Department at 348-6278. If anything looks suspicious in that respect, just give them a call. They'd be glad to get your help. You know, many times the public helps the law enforcement folks find the person they're looking for, but tips that they give them, they search out every one of them. So even if you think it may not be anything, if you think it might be, just give them a call, let them check it out.
If you suffer from foot or ankle pain, you should know there's advanced care available to you right here in Rutherford County. Dr. Jason Glover of Rutherford Orthopedics is the only fellowship-trained foot and ankle surgeon in our region. Now, what does that mean for you? It means a greater level of expertise that comes through advanced studies and research. You have options when it comes to foot and ankle care. So, learn more. Visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/orthopedics.
Cherry Mountain is our next stop. Let's see if Sue Price is at home. Knock, knock.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Sue. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Hope you are.
I am doing good. I made my coffee real strong this morning for some reason, and it's got me climbing the walls back here. But it's good. It's just a little stronger than usual.
Yeah, well, I like mine pretty strong, but
I think I must have lost count of the spoons I was putting in. Put an extra spoonful in it.
Well, that happens sometimes. Let's see. I started out at 53 degrees. I know it's come up some since the sun's hitting it, but looks like it's going to be a warm day today. I don't have any birthdays on my church calendar. On my personal calendar, I've got an anniversary for Harold and Phoebe Terry, so I hope they're going to have a good day. And Fairview has a birthday for Ruth Van Dyke. Happy birthday, Ruth. I hope you'll have a good one. And First Broad has a birthday for Holden Brackett. And we hope all these folks will have a good day today. And in my announcements, let's see, Fairview's having their Memorial Mother's Day service, May 14th. And they're having a spring revival starting on the 21st, going through the 24th. First Broad will be having a singing on the 21st at 6 o'clock. Faith Walkers 4. And Concord Baptist Church is having an old-fashioned singing, and that'll be Thursday, May the 25th at 7 p.m., and that church is located on Old U.S. Highway 74 in Bostic, and they invite you to come out and enjoy this special singing. It's Chuck Wagon Gang and Land of the Sky Boys. You can come early at 5 o'clock. They'll start serving a hot dog supper. Only $6. All you care to eat. Carryouts are available. And then at 6:30, there'll be an old-time hymn sing in the church. And then at 7 o'clock, the special singing starts. So come out and enjoy. And so far, I believe that is the only announcements I have. It's just a beautiful day over here, and looking forward to all the good times we can have on a good day. And I hope you'll have a good day, Jim.
So thanks very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 7:34, nice and quiet over there in Cherry Mountain Fire District. Brad's Record Service is fully stocked Got hydraulics man. He can make quarter to 2-inch all air conditioned hoses, lines ready with JIC, metric, British, German, you name it. Brad has it. And let's talk about batteries. Interstate batteries, to be exact. Brad carries all size interstate batteries. Fit anything, lawnmower, your favorite four-wheeler, your bulldozer, whatever you got needs a battery. Brad's got a battery that'll fit it. And they're good. He stands behind them, battery for it. And Brad, you can't beat his prices either. Need to check with him before you spend too much. Brad's Record Service on 1737 Highway 64, Rutherfordton. You'll find him up on a hill there. The phone number is 287-2111. It's a good number to have handy. So if you get stalled on the side of the road, you get locked out of your car and you can't get in, or you need some repair work done, or you need a battery, just call on the man who's versatile and can get it all done for you. Brad's Record Service. 287-2111. Brad's Record Service. Southern Carpet, they certainly know carpet, and they certainly know floor covering. Boy, when you've been in business as long as these folks have, I'm not saying they're old or anything, I just said they got a lot of experience. But they have a wide range of flooring products that are both beautiful and resilient. Right now you can find out more about these fabulous flooring products at Southern Carpet, about like Tarkett, for instance. We brag on that Tarkett. I know what that's like. I know what that looks like. I know the endurance of that. Hurry over there and ask about this Tarkett flooring. Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street, Forest City. And visit them on the web at southerncarpet.net. And remember, too, if you're looking for office space, they've got an office available there in the building right between them and Miracle Ear. If you need office space, beautiful office, call them at 245-0310 and find out more about moving up in the world, getting in a nice neighborhood there with some good neighbors. Now we're heading up toward Union Mills. That's where we'll find the Kelly Report. Knock, knock. Brenda Kelly, you home?
I'm at home. Come in.
Thank you,
Welcome
thank you.
on this wonderful Wednesday.
It is a wonderful Wednesday. Thanks for
That's
inviting us
right.
in.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'd offer you a cookie, but I hadn't gotten baked yet.
Are you going to bake some today?
Yeah, I done got them mixed up, ready to go in the pan.
Well, which kind? What kind?
They're, some call them, is it praline cookies? The recipe says chewy pecan cookies. So they're made with brown sugar and butter and flour and flavoring and pecans and all that good stuff.
Oh, that's good. These are for a special occasion?
Yeah, they're for Relay for Life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're going to sell at our booth Friday night.
That's up in Marion.
Yeah. It'll be, let's see, Friday, May the 12th, Relay for Life, Tom Johnson's Camping Center, event times, 4 p.m. Friday until 8 a.m. Saturday. And so we do pizzas and nacho chips and dill pickles and things like that. But this time we decided just to sell little snacks like brownies and cookies and slices of cake and stuff like that.
It's going to be at Tom Johnson Camping Center.
Yes, sir.
That's up near Pleasant Gardens, isn't it? Or where is that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, just past where the old Walmart used to be in Marion.
Yeah.
And go out there, turn to the left, and go back out there.
So all you folks up in the McDowell County area that listen all the time, go out by there and support these folks. They worked hard to get that together.
That's right. I know people wonder why I do that one and not do the Rutherford County, but that's where I go to church, and our team, I'm on our team, so that's where I go.
Sure, absolutely.
So, and we've done raised $1,900, so that's the most our team's raised since we've been doing it ever since I started going to Macedonia. We didn't do it that first year because, nobody brought it up, and so I said, why can't we have our own team? And somebody said, well, you can, but you have to let them know, like, you have to do it all year long. You can't just wait the day before and decide to have a team.
Yeah.
So I got that started.
Good for you.
But anyway, I'm not the team captain because I ain't going to be no team captain, but I'll get everybody involved and I'll do what I can, to help with it.
You're the lieutenant.
Well, I don't know. But anyway, it's a good thing, and they have a lot of prizes. Every team does a basket. We do a man's basket and a woman's basket, and everybody else does different things. They have and then you buy raffle tickets on it, and somebody's going to win it. And they just have 2 or 3 tables full of all kind of nice things. So It's a good thing.
Well, keep up the good work.
Yeah, we just wish they could find a cure for cancer. It's bad business. The main thing is early detection and surgery.
Well, I'd love for them to find a cure for cancer, but if they found a cure for cancer, it'd put a lot of medicine people out of business.
I think that's why they haven't found a cure. You got awful quiet.
No comment.
That's what I honestly do. I've thought about that. It is a money-making business, and it is expensive. Let me tell you, it's expensive.
Yeah, you know firsthand, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I know firsthand. Yes, sirree, buddy, I know. Well, let's see. I've got 52 degrees on the front porch this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The sun's coming up over the trees. And birthdays today, I've got Sam Sparks, Angela Pritchard, and Ava Vega. And then on Round Hill, I don't have any. And on Macedonia, I don't have any. And, of course, I've done told you about the Relay for Life and then ways of announcements. Birthday breakfast at Gilkey School Community Center starts at 7 a.m. and goes to 10 a.m. That's this Saturday, the 13th. This is at the Gilkey School Community Center. Adults, $6. Kids, 6 to 12, free. 6 and under free. All you can eat. Sausage, bacon, liver mush, gravy, and biscuits, and all the trimmings. And proceeds go to help rebuild the old Gilkey School. Also, on the same day, you can have an outside yard sale. Bring your own tables. This will be every second Saturday. And you can call 429-9075 for information. And other than that, I don't have nothing.
Speaking of McDowell County, we've got quite a few listeners up in McDowell County.
Oh, I know you do. People up there tell me, I heard you on that radio.
We get a response from, and of course, Tom Walker, who pastors Zion Hill Baptist Church up there, he tells me.
Yeah, he does a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's a good man, good speaker.
Yeah. So that's good. And so you go way down in South Carolina too, don't you?
We do, yeah. We get listeners down in Gaffney and down in Chestnut.
And you go down in Shelby and up around
That's right.
Lawndale and like that.
Got an email from a fellow out in near Chicago that listens online on the website.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it?
He heard Andrew.
See, you're just famous.
I don't know about that, but he heard Andrew and me talking about Jean Tisdale's book yesterday that she had written, and he said, "I've got that book," and he's a historian himself. So it was good to hear from him, and he I don't know if he's listening this morning or not, but I'm waving at him. Hey, Darren.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah. We need all the listeners we can get.
We'll take them.
I have always enjoyed WCAB because it's so informative. It just gives a lot of information, I think.
Well, thank you.
And I appreciate that. And that way I don't have to worry about buying the paper and reading it.
We try to be down-home friendly.
That's right. Down-home friendly.
You have a wonderful Wednesday up there.
Okay, you have a good one. Catch you later.
See you. Bye-bye. That's the Kelly Report from Union Mill. 7:43 now.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
Hot temperatures on the highway can be brutal on your automobile. RS Speedy Lube is there to help keep your automobile running clean. Keep the oil changed regularly. They'll check the fluids and vacuum the car. Next door, get the service you need on brakes, radiator, exhaust, CV joints, and radiator flush. RS Service Center also includes service on big trucks and campers. For the best car wash, it's the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash. RS Speedy Lube Service Center is a complete service center inside, outside, and down under Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
We're going to drop in on Herman Jones now for just a minute down in Cliffside and check on him. Herman, okay today?
Oh, man, you?
I'm loving it. It's beautiful sunshine.
Oh, it's beautiful day out there. My dog's already wanting to go walking.
Take that dog walking before he bites your leg.
Oh, I've We'll do our daily walk here in a little while.
He's your exerciser, is he?
Yeah. She's good to walk. She'll walk right beside of you.
She's a she dog, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't have to put her on a leash, she just walks with you?
No, I put her on the leash, Jim, 'cause
that's the safest.
Yeah, I don't want her running out in front of a car or something, But other dogs can run out and bark at her. She don't pay them a bit more attention than if they wasn't in the world. She knows that cane I walk with will take care of those dogs.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good for you. Good exercise.
Yes, sir.
So what else is going on the cliffside?
Jim, it's quiet down here. It's not much traffic this morning. Everything seems to be going along real well. The fire department didn't have anything that I know of. Talking about my dog, we did walk down to the fire department center and talk, but there was more. We got a good fire department, Jim. Well, not only we have a good fire department, we've got good fire departments all over Rutherford County. That's one thing that I'll have to say. We're blessed with good fire protection.
Yeah, we got some good, well-trained guys and gals.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm proud of all of them.
My hat's off to them. Because I've been there and done that. That fighting fire is rough.
Yeah. Well, we're trying. Go ahead.
Sir?
Go ahead.
I just fixed to say, as far as I know, everything else is going along down real well down here. Don't even have a birthday, so.
All right, well, go walk your dog, and we'll see you next time.
All righty.
Thanks, Herman.
Be good.
All right, bye. That's Herman Darren Cliffside. It's 7:46 now, and it's time for birthdays and anniversaries. To call yours in, call us at 287-3356, 287-3356. It's the 10th day of May, May 10th, and if you're celebrating, we want to celebrate with you and give you a chance to win one of Granny B's cakes. Yeah, it's just that simple, 287-3356. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
20 choices of sub sandwiches available with your choice of bread, pita bread, honey wheat, or regular sub bun. All that's available at Granny B's in Spindale. To order that special cake for that special occasion, call 286-9012. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to Bookie Morrow. His birthday's on the 13th. He lives in Forest Heath and is retired, celebrating today. So we want to wish him a happy birthday. Derek Jones is 21 over in Forest Heath. He works at Fast Break Oil Change. Also, Debbie Tom works at Rutherfordton PD, is having a birthday. Nicole Cash works at Fairhaven, lives in Spindale, celebrating a birthday today. And Sam Sparks, Angela Pritchard, and Avi Vega having birthday. So happy birthday to all these folks. And we'll have a drawing in just a moment. Give away a cake from Granny B's. Stand by.
A man was discussing the secret of his rise in popularity. He attributed a newfound success to just one particular word. Years ago, he said, upon hearing a statement with which I disagreed, I used to say baloney, and people began to avoid me like the plague. Now I substitute amazing for baloney, and my phone keeps ringing and my list of friends continues to grow. The Bible says a word aptly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. We can all visualize a beautiful silver bowl sitting on an end table filled with golden apples. Such is the beauty of thoughtful words spoken at the right time. The psalmist said, "Let the words of my mouth be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord." Wherever possible, our words need to be intended to enhance and beautify others. The Apostle Paul writes, "Let your conversation be always full of grace as you answer others." We can all improve our speech toward others if we work at it. We may find we are received with a new response and surprising popularity if we just change a few little words like baloney to amazing. Today, why not ask yourself if you like others to respond to you the way you do to them? Then, where change is necessary, have the courage to do it. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for these programs are sold in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
And congratulations going out to Nicole Cash of Spindale. Works at Fairhaven. We wish her happy birthday. And we have a certificate over here, Nicole. Stop by and pick that up. Take it over to Granny B's and they'll get you set up. Pick up that cake. And stand by. We have a third hour coming up of the Morning Wake Up Call, hosted by Jim Bishop. Stand by.
I'm Mike Rayleigh. The Federal Bureau of Investigation will be run by Acting Director Andrew McCabe until President Trump appoints a new director. In a letter to Comey, Mr. Trump said the firing was necessary to restore public trust and confidence in the FBI. James Comey was leading an investigation into alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 election and whether anybody on Trump's campaign staff may have been involved. Speaking over Skype, CBS News chief congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes says Democrats are concerned about who President Trump might appoint to run the FBI.
This is a nomination that can be confirmed by the Senate without any Democratic support. And so the question now is, who is the president going to tap to basically take over the investigation into the president's own associates?
The GOP-led state Senate has provided its spending blueprint for the next 2 years. It's one that prioritizes education spending and tax cuts while also providing more money for the state's rainy day fund. State Senate President Phil Berger.
It includes provisions to fund public school construction in economically struggling rural counties, adds thousands of slots to the pre-K program, creates a new economic development fund to help attract major manufacturing employers to the state.
The head of NATO says the organization is assessing a request to increase its military presence in Afghanistan by a few thousand troops. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says NATO's mission in Afghanistan would continue to be to train, assist, and advise.
I strongly believe that the best answer we have to terrorism, the best weapon we have against terrorism, is to train local forces to fight terrorism.
A North Carolina man is facing up to 10 years in prison after a jury found him guilty in a fatal hit-and-run 2 years ago. Joseph Shelton was found guilty on Monday of multiple charges, including involuntary manslaughter. You're listening to NCN News.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
In his inaugural address, South Korea's newly appointed president says he will do everything he can to build peace on the Korean peninsula. President Moon Jae-in said if needed, he would fly to Washington immediately to have serious negotiations over the U.S. anti-missile system recently deployed in South Korea. Reporter Don Kirk is in Seoul.
President Moon would definitely like to meet President Trump. That's not to mean that he's going to be President Trump's yes man. He might meet with him and take exception to some of President Trump's remarks. Notably, President Trump's remark that Korea owes $1 billion for THAAD, the counter-missile battery that's implanted amid great controversy. Another issue will be the Korea-U.S. free trade agreement, which Trump says he wants to look into.
The 7 members of North Carolina's highest court were in Edenton on Tuesday, where the panel heard oral arguments in 2 cases at the Chowan County Courthouse. The Supreme Court hearing a case away from its Raleigh chambers is extremely rare, and Chief Justice Mark Martin made note of the history prior to hearing the first of 2 cases Tuesday.
This is only the 4th time that the Supreme Court has held a session of court outside the city of Raleigh since August 1861, and 3 of those sessions have been right here in Edenton.
A household name company will share some prime real estate with homeless people. Over to CBS's Vicki Barker.
Amazon's next new office building in its home city, Seattle, will include a homeless shelter, helping to address a housing crisis created in part by the online retailer's own growth. Its expanding workforce has helped push property prices beyond the reach of many working families. The New York Times says other tech giants have donated to homeless causes, but Amazon's believed to be the first to actually integrate a homeless shelter into one of its own facilities. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Thank you for making WCAB your radio station of choice for 50 years. Let's keep it going. Turn it up. We're AM 59 WCAB.
I'm Sherry Preston. Members of the Senate will be in chambers first thing this morning to hear what Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has to say about the sudden firing of FBI Director James Comey. The one doing the firing, President Trump, who's up and tweeting.
President Trump with his first explanation for why he fired FBI Director James Comey. The president writes on Twitter, quote, Comey lost the confidence of almost everyone in Washington, Republican and Democrat alike. When things calm down, they will be thanking me. Exclamation point. The president tweets that he will replace Comey with someone who will do a, quote, far better job bringing back the spirit and prestige of the FBI. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Democratic Senator and former vice presidential nominee Tim Kaine says Democrats did have their concerns about Comey, but none of them had called for his firing because he had 6 years left to do his job.
I've been critical, but he has a 10-year term so he can do his job free from political interference. And the president has interfered as part of a pattern because he's nervous about this Russia investigation.
Some members of the president's own party say they have been troubled by what's going on, especially the timing of it. Among them, Senate Intelligence Committee Chair Richard Burr.
Senator Burr is not the only Republican expressing concerns this morning. John McCain says he is disappointed by the firing. Senator Ben Sasse issued a statement saying the timing of this firing is very troubling. And Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona, Republican, said, I've spent the last several hours trying to find an acceptable rationale for the timing of Comey's firing. I just can't do it.
ABC News Chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl. The acting FBI director will be Andrew McCabe, but President Trump will eventually be appointing someone of his own choosing. The White House pushing back against a growing chorus of calls for an independent prosecutor to take over the Russia investigation. Today, the president meets with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov at the White House. You're listening to ABC News.
Brought to you by Attorney Tax. If you're in trouble with the IRS and owe at least $10,000 in back taxes, listen to this important public announcement. The IRS is now offering a special program called the Fresh Start Initiative, which can offer significantly reduced settlements that can reduce your liability by thousands of dollars. These unique programs have been allocated to help the economy and substantially reduce or eliminate your tax burden. If you're approved and qualified, the IRS will stop the collections against you. Don't feel overwhelmed. Please call the Consumer Hotline to see if you qualify. 800-535-3787. Stop the wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. If you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS, you may qualify for substantial relief and even forgiveness. See if you qualify and get the help you need by calling the Consumer Hotline. 800-535-3787. That's 800-535-3787. 800-535-3787.
A radioactive sinkhole at a nuclear waste site in Washington state. The Energy Department is insisting it's safe and not contaminated, but they are concerned that a tunnel nearby that collapsed could weaken further. There were workers down there, but they were able to get out, says 200 West Management Manager Clifford Hampton.
There's no issues of us calling and talking to our family or anybody like that. People were texting. There's no blank out of information.
An air around the site continues to be monitored. On college campuses across the country, the class of 2017 is preparing to walk the stage, and these newly minted grads will find the job prospects good, but the salaries maybe not so much.
Overall joblessness has fallen to around 4.4%, and for recent graduates,
the unemployment rate for college-degreed workers at 25 years of age and older, that ticked down to 2.4%.
Robert Half Senior Executive Director Paul McDonald says the fierce competition for jobs has driven down salaries, but that graduates do have some negotiating power.
That's where your research comes in. What are the salaries for like positions in my marketplace?
Land the job first, he says, and then worry about the salary. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Another debate over the Confederate flag. The mayor of Biloxi, Mississippi, took down the Mississippi state flag, which the stars and bars are prominent on. It took it down in front of City Hall and city buildings in Biloxi. A council member then wrote an ordinance saying it should be put back up. They did end up a long, heated city council meeting asking the state legislature to review the future of the flag. This is ABC News.
Stocks are soaring, and construction spending across America has been on the rise. If you've been waiting to build, the time is now. Whether you want to expand your business or you want to build a new garage, call General Steel today. Our metal buildings are custom designed for your needs. For example, a 40 by 60 is a great space for an auto shop or a 3-car garage. And if you call General Steel today, it's on sale now for under $25,000. Call 888-98-STEEL. 888-98-STEEL. That's 888-987-8335.
Sherry Preston, ABC News.
North Carolina Tractor Supply, your Massey Ferguson dealer in Rutherfordton, has some really great ideas this year. This could be the year for you to get that Massey Ferguson you've been wanting. Stop by today and see what Massey Ferguson and Phil Sheehan at North Carolina Tractor Supply have for you. Check to see if you qualify for 0% financing. Today could be your day at North Carolina Tractor Supply, Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
A frontal system straddling the area will lift toward the north and east today, and as a result, temperatures will be noticeably warmer everywhere, and there is the chance we'll see a couple of thunderstorms popping up later this afternoon. Our forecast for today, partly sunny and much warmer. High temperatures will be mostly in the 80s, and there is a chance of an isolated strong storm or two later this afternoon or tonight. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the low to mid-60s, partly sunny with afternoon storms Thursday and highs in the 80s. I'm Greg Fischel in the Weather Center.
Oh boy, right now it's looking good out there. Mighty fine, mighty fine. 61 degrees right now. We've bumped up a couple on our way to 86 for our daytime high today with light wind blowing, dropping back to 63. I'm right in the neighborhood of where we are right now for the overnight low. Then on Thursday, partly cloudy, highs around 86 tomorrow. For the weekend, Saturday, we have a 40% chance of some scattered showers. Highs around 72, and then on Mother's Day Sunday, mostly sunny, highs around 77, and Monday, mostly sunny, highs around 79. So it's a pretty good weather week. 61 right now, and sunny skies, big full moon this morning, so we have that full moon there for a little bit. Then it starts waning. It'll make it cycle again. The waves come and go based on what's happening out there. So it's an interesting cycle of nature, isn't it? Right now we're being kind to Nicole Cash, and we're being kind to Bookie Morrow. For as he's retired, has a birthday on the 13th, and a cake winner was Nicole Cash of Spindale, works over at Fairhaven. So we want to wish both of them a happy birthday and welcome you into the third hour of the morning wake-up call. We'll have that news report of things from here and there and some crazy stories all straight ahead here on WCAB's Morning Wake-Up Call.
Across our state, we're listening to customers like you, and we're working hard to build the brighter energy future you and your family deserve. That's why we're making smart investments to improve reliability and prevent outages, to recycle coal ash and use more clean, renewable energy like solar, and above all, keep energy affordable now and in the years ahead. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Looking at some other stories being published and printed this morning, the Daily Courier is reporting that the proposed county budget will be tweaked a little bit. The proposed $83 million county budget for 2017-2018 will get some tweaking, according to the report. A few final budget decisions. At a budget workshop on Monday, the Commissioner's directed County Manager Steve Garrison and his team to bring more options for their consideration. While acknowledging the county's on an economic road to recovery, Commissioner said the county continues to face difficult challenges in meeting critical needs, especially when it comes to funding education. Tuesday morning, Garrison said the commissioners recognize that we are truly at a critical crossroads, and we continue to see improvements in the economy as evidenced by the increase in sales tax revenue, increase in ad valorem tax collection rate, and increase in the occupancy tax collections, increase in the sales and purchase of homes and businesses in Rutherford County, as well as the increase in building permits for new homes and home improvements. That's happening here in Rutherford County. So they're going to tweak that budget a little bit, see what takes place from there. Other news story, former Florence youth pastor been killed in a two-car collision down in Lawrence, South Carolina. He's a prison chaplain in Enoree, South Carolina. He served as youth pastor at Florence Baptist Church in Forest City from 1989 to 92. He was killed in a two-car collision Monday morning near the home near his home in Lawrence. Alan Edmonston, 56, of Wilson Drive, was just about a half a mile from his home en route to work at Tiger River Correctional Institution when his vehicle and another vehicle collided in the middle of the intersection of Highway 76 and Barnes Road. According to a Highway Patrol spokesperson, Edmonston was driving a 1999 Mazda Protege, entering the highway off Barnes Road, and another male was operating a 2008 van traveling east on Highway 76, and none of the occupants in the van were injured. Edmonston's vehicle was struck in the driver's side, and he died of blunt trauma to his chest, according to the reports. Both drivers were wearing their seatbelts, according to the report. Edmonston was airlifted to Greenville Memorial Hospital, where he died. And according to the Clinton News, Edmonston is remembered as a minister and a powerful singer. He performed the male lead role in Annie for Lawrence County Community Theater in 2013. His family is involved in church music and presenting music during Easter sunrise services at Wilder Stadium. The funeral services be conducted at First Baptist Church in Clinton on Thursday at 4 o'clock. Daily Courier is also reporting the mobile food pantry feeds about 175 families. Jerry and Bobby Wall of Sandy Mush community spent Tuesday morning sorting and boxing food at the Second Harvest Mobile Food Pantry. They've set up at Harmon Street Baptist Church in Forest City. The husband and wife team are regular volunteers for the Chase Corner Ministries, which organized the event. When Chase High senior Parker Jackson walked into the Chase High School library Friday afternoon, he received a surprise of his life. According to the story in the Courier, before him stood family, friends, officials from Wingate University, and a news team from WBTV in Charlotte. When Wingate University's admissions director Gabe Hollingsworth told Parker he was receiving a 4-year renewable scholarship to attend Wingate, Parker became emotionally shedding tears. Parker said he was really confused when he first walked into the library. When I was told I got a full ride to Wingate, I became emotional, he said. Parker had been worried about paying for college due to his medical condition. The value of the 4-year renewable scholarship is $167,000. Parker is 18. He's fighting pancreatic neuroendocrine, cancer, the same cancer his brother Preston is fighting. Preston is a senior at UNC in Charlotte and attended the sermon. So congratulations to him. Other news from here and there this morning. The Rutherford Police Department is seeking the public's help with identifying a vehicle. The vehicle is a 2-ton truck pulling an enclosed trailer. The driver is wanted for questioning and breaking and entering into a motor vehicle and larceny of a firearm at the Rutherford Regional Hospital. Anyone with information or see a vehicle fitting this description, please contact Sergeant Brian Martin with the Rutherford Police Department at 348-6270, 348-6270, or contact the 911 Communications Center. Well, the Spartanburg lady has won the lottery ticket, and the winner told lottery officials she purchased the winning ticket, scratch-off ticket, at One Stop Shop off Blackstock Road in Moore. She won $250,000. She bought it on her way to Walmart to buy lawn and garden items, according to the release from the South Carolina Education Lottery. She said, I put the ticket in my bra and went in Walmart. The winner cashed in her winning ticket last week. She's not the only upstate resident who's a little richer today thanks to a scratch-off. Lottery officials also announced Tuesday that a Honea Pathman won $125,000. That winning ticket was purchased at a convenience store in Walterboro. He said the jackpot gets him closer to retirement, but he plans to return to work tomorrow. He won his ticket, but he wasn't wearing a bra, so he couldn't stick it in his bra. Well, we've been, many folks have, for many years, have gone to South Carolina to gas up because the gas has always been a little lower there, although we do ask you to support local as much as possible. And they were going to have to raise the gasoline tax in South Carolina to balance the budget and pay for things they needed. Well, Governor Henry McMaster said no. He's vetoed the bill that would increase South Carolina's gas tax to fund road constructions. Explaining his reason, he said he just didn't want to do that. Bill that increases South Carolina's gas taxes for the first time in 30 years to fund road construction was vetoed. A veto-proof majority of the House approved a compromise that raises the tax by 12 cents over 6 years to 28.75 cents per gallon. But it provides a way for South Carolina drivers to get the money back during the phase-in. The 99-20 vote Tuesday sends the bill to Governor Henry McMaster, who promises to veto it. Well, what's going to happen with Dale Jr. now that he's announced his retirement? It looks like, according to a story in the Charlotte Observer, that he and his future wife are going to become TV stars in a home renovation series. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his wife, Amy, will create and star in a home renovation series debuting in 2018 on the DIY network. Amy and I are excited to take on our first home renovation project together, Earnhardt told Southern Living in a story the magazine posted on its Facebook page on Tuesday. Amy is a fantastic designer. She has creative ideas and a strong work ethic. We love DIY projects around the house, and so I expect this to be a challenging but fun. Earnhardt is retiring NASCAR driver at the end of the 2017 season, so they're looking for one of those reality shows where they build their own place there. We'll see how that works out. A lot of renovation TV shows on right now, but none hosted by Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his wife. I don't know if you were at Myrtle Beach when this happened or had planned on going, but emergency crews say one person was rescued Tuesday evening after they responded to reports of a plane that crashed in the water near Myrtle Beach State Park. Tuesday evening, the FAA issued a statement confirming a Mooney MO-20 crashed into the water 1/2 mile off the coast of Myrtle Beach around 5 p.m. Something hit the airplane, or it felt like something hit the airplane, and the engine stopped. So that's when I knew something was a problem, said the pilot, David Pace. Said he was flying the airplane from Myrtle Beach to Charleston. Lieutenant Jonathan Edmonds, spokesperson for Myrtle Beach Fire, says the small plane went down between Spring May Pier and the state park. Police said he couldn't turn back to Myrtle Beach International Airport because he was flying too low and too slow. Pace said he prepared for the landing on the water like he was prepared for a normal landing, and the plane floated in the water for a few minutes. He said, I was able to get out on the wing, but I was a lot further out than I anticipated, being so when the airplane sunk, I had to start swimming. A few helicopters were able to drop him a life preserver while rescue crews were arriving on the beach. He was swimming hard, fighting against the current a good half mile out from the beach itself. 3 of his pilots arrived on the scene in the minutes. The pilot, I got to say, he did an excellent job. These are the helicopter pilots. I could tell he did an excellent job by the aircraft position and the fact it didn't come apart. So fortunately, he got out of that one. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 17 past 8 o'clock. The Sheriff's Report will be repeated coming up here in just a moment with Deputy Chapman. The all-age law firm and attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, and Martin Sherrard offer years of experience and expertise to provide a wide range of legal services, from real estate closings, Medicaid planning, asset protection, and probate, to litigation of any description. Call 287-3338 for a consultation, or visit them at 120 East Court Street in Rutherfordton. Gerald, Kent, Martin, and their staff stand ready to go to work for you.
Hey, it's Miles speaking. Please come down to Smith's Drugs of Full City to check out our new Melissa and Doug toys.
Do as Miles says and come into the gift shop at Smith's Drugs. Bring the kids and the grandkids and check out all the new toys they have. And while you're there, stay for an ice cream, a sundae, or a milkshake. That's Smith's Drugs, downtown Forest City.
I like the sound of that ice cream now. I do. 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. And don't forget, if you get those pesky problems, and most folks do, call GoForth to get rid of them. If you've got some structural repairs need to be done, waterproofing need to be done, call GoForth. They're the professional service. They're North Carolina licensed. They'll offer a free quote. That's GoForth Termite and Pest Control and GoForth Services. Let's get them to go to work for you. Located North Washington Street in Rutherfordton. Phone number is 287-3188. Again, that's 287-3188. Big or small, GoForths can get rid of them all. They're located right here in Rutherfordton, North Washington Street. Been doing that business a long, long time. They know exactly what to do. Here's Deputy Chapman now with that Sheriff's Report.
Well, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 155 calls, made 8 arrests, and currently have 210 incarcerated in the county jail. By way of arrest reports, we've got a Craig Raymond Swink of Goods Creek Church Road in Morrisboro, charged with 8 counts of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, so he was held under a $5,000 secured bond. A Dylan Zachary Jones of Walker Mill Road in Boston, charged with 1 count of failure to appear on a felony, placed under a $25,000 secured bond. A Ronald Brandon Green, Leonard Lane in Ellenboro, was charged with 1 count of failure to work after paid. Looks like that was going to be a criminal summons. A Angelina Nicole Harden, Tom Camp Road in Rutherford, charged 1 count of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, placed under a $400 secured bond. Roy Stephen Buff, Jerry Road in Forest City, charged 1 count aggravated assault, 1 count failure to appear on a misdemeanor, 1 count failure to appear on a felony. So he was placed under an $85,000 secured bond. And Robert Phillip Henson, charged with 1 count failure to appear on a misdemeanor, given a $500 secured bond. On our incident reports, we've got a Corey James Smith of Aqua Drive reported instance of second-degree trespass, B&E of a motor vehicle, and damage to personal property. Kathy Diane Baheeler, Jerry Road, reported instance of damage to personal property. Connie Shiles of Oak Grove Church Road in Ellenboro reported instance of injury to personal property. Heather Lynn Roche of Rock Road in Roaston reported instance of damage to personal property. Tamara Green, Webb Church Road, reported instance of assault inflicting serious injury. Joel Henry Osting, Carlo Lane, reported instance of larceny of mail. Jesse Jackson Staley of C.C. Holt Road, reported instance of misdemeanor larceny. And that's all we got this morning, Jim.
Do you need some extra money in your pocket? Try Insurance Service Associates, your local independent agent. We can shop your auto and home insurance with several companies to get you better coverage and the best rate. Insurance Service Associates at 127 East Trade Street in Forest City for auto, home, or commercial insurance. More choices, better coverage, best rate. That's Insurance Service Associates, 245-5301.
Reaching 10 counties with the best variety of entertainment and information. This is AM 590, the mighty 590, WCAB.
Well, congratulations to the Sunshine Ellenboro Archers. They're headed to national finals. The archery team from Sunshine Elementary and one archer from Ellenboro Middle School will participate in the NASP National Tournament in Louisville, Kentucky on Thursday. So we wish them well. The archery team from Sunshine and Ellenboro. Good luck, guys and gals. Go for it. Bring back home that trophy. Take a little pause for the cause this morning and update you on some sports news. See what else is happening in the world of baseball and NASCAR and the other sports. See if anybody's winning anything in the world of marbles. I don't think so, but we'll see what's happening in the world of sports. I'll be back on the flip side of all that.
I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. NBA playoffs last night. Danny Green scored 7 of his 16 points in overtime as the San Antonio Spurs down the Houston Rockets 110-107 to take a 3-2 lead in the NBA Western Conference semifinal series. James Harden had a triple-double for the Rockets, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He said they didn't play well enough in the extra session.
We couldn't get stops. They got, several offensive rebounds. So we couldn't get stops and we couldn't get on transition.
Kawhi Leonard finished with 22 points and 15 rebounds. An ankle injury sidelined him from playing in OT. He said he plans to be ready for Game 6 Thursday in Houston. On the ice, Mark Stone and Erik Karlsson each had a goal and an assist as the Ottawa Senators beat the Rangers 4-2 last night to eliminate New York in the second round of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Rangers left winger Rick Nash says they gave away 2 potential wins during the series.
I can't really say we're the better team. They won the series, but the thing that's just so frustrating is Game 1 we're up with 4 minutes left. Game 2 we're up 2 goals with 3 minutes left. Game 5 we're up with 1 minute 30. It seemed like we couldn't close it out.
For Ottawa, who did close it out, they will next face the winner of tonight's game between the Washington Capitals and the visiting Pittsburgh Penguins. That is a Game 7. Brandon Beane is the new general manager of the Carolina Panthers North, the Buffalo Bills. They announced the hire of the 40-year-old Beane Tuesday. He's been with the Carolina Panthers for 19 years in the front office. Beane's got direct ties to Buffalo's new head coach, Sean McDermott. He was hired in January after spending the previous 6 seasons as the Panthers' defensive coordinator. Keeping with the Panthers, offensive tackle Michael Orr is scheduled to appear in court June 6 to answer to misdemeanor assault charges that stemmed from an altercation with an Uber driver last month. Police online records state that Orr turned himself in to Nashville police yesterday. This is NCN Sports.
This is Brian Geisinger from the ACC Sports Journal. Here's a look what we have at ACCSports.com today. ESPN's recent layoffs of nearly 100 on-air personnel have led to speculation regarding the ACC network. Last summer, with the worldwide leader as its partner, the conference announced plans for the ACC network's linear launch in 2019. However, the recent turmoil at ESPN led to some questions if those plans were in fact in jeopardy. David Glenn explains why this may be more good timing than bad for the ACC network to launch, despite some of this recent conjecture. You can hear that full breakdown at the David Glenn tab at ACC Sports. We also have the latest on Trayvon Duval and how his recruitment impacts Duke's standing with Frank Jackson, who still has his name in the NBA draft. For all the latest news on the Wolfpack, Blue Devils, Tar Heels, Deacons, and the rest of the ACC, make sure to check out ACCSports.com. I'm Brian Geisinger.
Colorado and Chicago split a pair in Denver yesterday, each team posting a lopsided win. The Cubs in Game 1, 10-4, while the Rockies' bats were silenced in the nightcap in an 8-1 final. Elsewhere in the majors, the Orioles rallied to beat the Nationals 5-4-12. The Reds' 5-3 winners over the Yankees ended New York's 6-game winning streak. The Indians shut out Toronto 6-0. The Brewers fermented Boston 11-7, and the Astros an 8-3 win over the Braves. The Mets 6-1 over San Francisco. The Cardinals rallied to beat the Marlins 6-5. And Dodgers 4-3 win over the Pirates in L.A. Detroit beat Arizona. The Rangers pounded the Padres 11-0. And the Mariners turned a 9-5 deficit into a 10-9 win at Philly. The Angels topped Oakland 7-3. Kansas City 7-6 winners over Tampa Bay in 12. And Minnesota 7-2 over the White Sox. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
When it comes to foot and ankle care, not all physicians are the same. While many can treat very simple conditions, only a very few can offer specialized care. For example, when choosing a foot and ankle physician, you'll want to ask if the physician has had more than the minimum level of training when diagnosing and treating your condition. Only very few physicians can say they've done extra research and studies on the complex challenges that foot and ankle care can present. Right here in Rutherford County, there's only one physician who can say he is a fellowship-trained foot and ankle surgeon. Dr. Jason Glover of Rutherford Orthopedics has completed additional training in Ohio and Illinois in order to offer a greater level of expertise in foot and ankle care than any other physician in this region. If you're suffering from foot and ankle pain from an injury or just getting older, call Dr. Jason Glover at 828-287-9260 for more information. You know, Oakland Feed and Seed, Oakland Road in Spindale, has been part of the family for years. Your granddad, your dad, and now this generation is depending on the great inventory, excellent service, and better pricing. Listen to some of these items we need probably right about now. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 a bag. Dog food, fire and ant killer in spray and granular, flea and tick prevention, carpenter bee traps, weed killer, and so much more. Go see Scott and his team today at 770 Oakland Road, Spindale, and keep the family tradition going.
Stenhouse now winning on the track.
I was definitely glad that she was there right when I pulled in.
And off.
You know, we couldn't be in a better place right now.
Plus Dale Jr.
I'd change a few things if I was the king of this deal.
And Elliott.
Still think it's pretty cool. Dad has 16, so he's not going to beat that.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass. There's no one in the world quite like you. That's why your search for a car is more than just, well, the search for a car. It's about finding the perfect car for you. The right car to carry you on the journey to your dreams. At Auto Trader, you can compare new and used cars and save your searches along the way. Auto Trader will send you cars that match what you're looking for, and they'll even let you know when the price drops on a car you've saved. Auto Trader, the only car search engine driven by you.
When our sport comes home, we tailgate, we camp, we salute, we rock. We bend a few fenders, and we go racing. Join us this May at the home of NASCAR racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Monster Energy All-Star Race, the Coca-Cola 600. There's nothing like it, and it's only in Charlotte. The 10 Days of NASCAR Thunder, May 19th through 28th.
Even though she had been wrecked out of the race, Danica Patrick was right there along with team owner Jack Roush when her boyfriend Ricky Stenhouse Jr. climbed out of his car at Talladega, a Cup winner for the very first time.
It was special. The pulling into victory lane and seeing Jack and Danica standing there together, they were the same height. No, it was super special. You know, she supports me, whether it's we need to fly somewhere a little bit later because I need to spend a little more time with the guys at the shop or want to go to dirt races or things like that. She's been so supportive. You know, I thought that I would get pictures with her and I, and she'd still be in her driving suit. So it worked out that she wasn't, but I was definitely glad that she was there right when I pulled in. I don't mind being known as her boyfriend. You know, she doesn't mind being known as my girlfriend. It goes either way, and, you know, we couldn't be in a better place right now.
Meanwhile, Carl Edwards still has a need for speed. He just set a record for the world's fastest SUV, taking a heavily modified Toyota Land Cruiser up over 230 miles per hour in California's Mojave Desert. Getting ready for a bike race this week. This past Saturday, before Talladega qualifying, Jimmy Johnson pedaled 60 miles and then 40 afterwards. Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, and Eric Jones are doing a Goodyear tire test at Kentucky, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. is no fan of NASCAR's current restrictor plate package.
You know, everybody just stuck side by side, and if you ain't in the first or second row, you really just kind of riding behind them guys. Nowhere really to go. You can't do much about it because the cars don't create the runs like they used to. So I'd change a few things if I was the king of this deal.
AutoZone has over 5,000 locations all across the country. But no matter where you're at, there's only one thing you can be sure of. It's gonna get hot. Heat causes battery fluid to evaporate, which could damage your battery's internal structure. That's why Duralast batteries are designed to beat the heat. Tested to start your car at up to 167 degrees Fahrenheit. And even though it won't get that hot in Alaska, you never know. It might. Duralast. Proven tough and sold only at AutoZone. Let's get you what you need.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Well, it turns out Chase Elliott might have the only good reason to be happy Dale Earnhardt Jr. is retiring. That way, he won't be able to tie or beat his father Bill for most popular driver awards.
He's won 14 now, right? So I still think it's pretty cool. Dad has 16, so he's not going to beat that, which I think is pretty cool. I'm biased, but, you know, Dale's been a great ambassador for our sport, and I have a lot of respect for him in a lot of different ways.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you in part by AutoZone.
Well, this happens often around the racetrack, but we hope it never happens to you. If it does, turn your problems over to the Collision Center at McCurry Deck, the preferred repair center. The Collision Center is the only body shop with a controlled downdraft booth. It's an approved insurance repair center. They repair all makes and all models. You have the right to go to the repair shop of your choice. Make it a good one. Make it the Collision Center at McCurry Deck, located behind McCurry Deck Motors, Highway 74A, Forest City.
A frontal system straddling the area will lift toward the north and east today, and as a result, temperatures will be noticeably warmer everywhere, and there is the chance we'll see a couple of thunderstorms popping up later this afternoon. Our forecast for today, partly sunny and much warmer. High temperatures will be mostly in the 80s, and there is a chance of an isolated strong storm or two later this afternoon or tonight. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the low to mid-60s, partly sunny with afternoon storms Thursday and highs in the 80s. I'm Greg Fischel in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Greg. I do not have that on my forecast about any thunderstorms this afternoon, but it could happen, but I do not have it on mine. I've got mostly sunny today all the way, highs 86, light wind. Now looking toward the weekend, Saturday there is a chance of some scattered showers, highs around 72 with a 40% chance, and then on Mother's Day mostly sunny, highs around 77. Right now we've warmed up to 65 degrees under beautiful, sunny Carolina blue skies. And if you get a chance to see the big full moon tonight, do that and sit out there and watch the moon. Well, the big news, of course, across the fruited plain is that Donald Trump said you're fired to Comey, the FBI man. And people are saying it was a smart thing to do. Democrats have said that's not a good thing to do, and they were crying just a few months ago about they need to let Comey go when he was intimidating Hillary Clinton. They said he ought to be fired, kick him out of there immediately. Now that Trump's kicked him out of there, Schumer said, "Oh, he shouldn't do that." Well, Newt Gingrich, who I have a great amount of respect for because he thinks logically, he's a great mind. Newt Gingrich. Great historian. I have a lot of confidence and respect in Newt Gingrich. He says the president had no choice but to fire James Comey. After receiving the letter from Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, a career professional with no political axe to grind, former House Speaker Newt Gingrich said, Rosenstein was confirmed by 94-6 bipartisan Senate vote, Gingrich pointed out Tuesday night. Rosenstein listed a series of mistakes made by Comey and talked to several former attorney generals who concurred with that. Attorney General Jeff Sessions concurred with Rosenstein and forwarded the letter to Trump. Gingrich said, "What I would say to Democrats is, if the President of the United States gets a letter like that from a career professional who you just voted for, how could he do anything else except the letter?" He cites Attorney General after Attorney General from both parties saying this is exactly wrong, and Comey, in fact, violated the rules of the Justice Department, the principles of the FBI, and he is not capable of rebuilding the FBI. I think President Trump, frankly, had no choice at this point. Those are the words of Newt Gingrich. He's also speaking out. Former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, weighed in Sunday on the late-night comedians, if you call them that, who are attacking the president, saying Hollywood is so enraged at Donald Trump that they can't be funny anymore. The problem you have with humor in America today is that Hollywood is so enraged at Donald Trump that they can't be funny. All they've got is pure anger, and that's what's coming out of this. And they think it must be funny because they're called comedians, so they exhibit their anger and as almost a pathological on late night television, and you're supposed to laugh because after all they're comedians. They ain't funny because they're too angry to be funny, Gingrich said. Jimmy Kimmel gave an emotional speech last week about his newborn son who was born with a heart disease, saying no parent should ever have to decide if they can afford to save their child's life. Doctors were able to fix his son's heart. Good. That's good. Gingrich pointed out that if you show up at a hospital with a brand new baby and the brand new baby has a heart problem, the doctors of that hospital do everything they can to save the baby. They don't say, we'll take care of the baby right after you write us a check. They try to save the baby's life, and that's the truth across the board in this country. So that is just part of the mythology of this thing, the left trying to portray as not being there for the sick babies. It's a lie they're trying to put out there. Gingrich, political analyst Juan Williams said, well, I think in the case of Jimmy Kimmel, I don't think there's any question. If you're poor in this country, if you don't have health insurance, your children are at greater risk. And yes, if you rush your child to the hospital, Mr. Speaker, yes, in the moment, but what we're talking about is long-term care and maintenance of that child's well-being, according to Juan Williams, who's a liberal, is on Fox News. He goes on to say, and I think there's no question you don't want to be poor in dealing with this health issue system. President Trump said this week, Australia has a better system, Scotland, Canada, and he's changed that. Said, well, I don't mean single payer, but I think it's pretty clear that in the argument, the American people clearly believe that a child like Jimmy Kimmel should be able to be guaranteed a healthy life without parents worrying about insufficient funds, Williams said. So, host Chris Wallace also showed videos of comedian Stephen Colbert, host of The Late Show, using vulgar words when talking about President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The FCC plans to investigate the incident as inappropriate. It was very, very, very inappropriate. It's not funny, because I don't stay up late enough to watch that garbage. But you see these news clips, and I get that sent to me all the time. He absolutely... It's beyond the pale in the things they're getting away with. These leftist comedians are getting away with on television. Bill Maher, or Mayor Maher, what his name is, he's absolutely got the most trashy mouth of any of them, I think, on TV. Plus, he's an atheist, doesn't believe in a God. And here this Colbert guy is making sexual innuendos against the president and the Russian president and using language that you would never want your child to listen to. Hopefully your children aren't up that late, but they catch it on the emails and internets and Facebook mess. They catch it. They pick that stuff up. Williams questioned the need for FCC involvement in the incident, saying Colbert spoke in crude terms, but the suggestion that the FCC should get involved here is ridiculous. When should government suddenly be a center of late-night comics? Wallace pointed out that the comments went over the air. The FCC controls it. Williams suggested CBS should simply fire Colbert if they feel that there is a problem. Fox News analyst Brit Hume said if a comedian said something like that about former President Barack Obama, you can bet that person would be unemployed today. It's so hypocritical, so one-sided. So one-sided. And the national media is part of it. They don't pick up the hypocrisy of the left. They just jump right in and lead them, and they put words in their mouth and tell them this is what we think is going to happen. And so the left picks it up as part of their mantra of terminology to use. So we've come a long way down the road of turning our backs on the Judeo-Christian values, and our kiddos are learning those kind of things. It's amazing. My daughter was home over the weekend, came in to see our grandson graduate, and she was telling me about the kids, her kids' age, or my grandkids' age up in New York, 6 and 8 years old. The language they hear on the street between their house, their apartment, and the store, their apartment in the park, their apartment in school, and what they hear on the playground. The language they're hearing these little boys and girls say coming out of the mouths of those youngsters is absolutely shameful. She says it's an everyday exercise for her, everyday training session, to explain to them these are words we don't say. These are words that shouldn't be used. These are words that are not said in our household. These are words we don't want you to say. What does that mean? What does that mean, Mama? Well, they hear it in. It's a major battle. The parents somewhere along the way are falling down on teaching their kids what's right and what's wrong. They'll say they'll cop out many times. And say, well, everybody else is saying it. Everybody else is doing it. So we don't want them to feel isolated. Well, make them feel isolated if they're doing the wrong thing. Good gracious. You want them to be isolated now and teach them the right thing, or you want them to be isolated in an isolation cell somewhere because you didn't want to correct them and change them? Make them feel isolated enough, that's what it takes, but teach them the right thing. Clean their mouth out. When kids hear the mom and their dad and their grandmother using those kind of crude words and